We've got another MUFC preview show getting there, and that means Manchester United beat Real Sociedad. So that is why we are here for a new episode of the Manchester United preview show, as you could not already tell. As well, hello and welcome to this episode of the Manchester United preview show, and today we will be talking about the game Manchester United versus Olympique Lyon, the UEFA Europa League quarter-finals. That game should be a very interesting game. It should be a very feisty game because it is for a place in the Europa League semi-finals, which, well, for Manchester United is absolutely crucial to their season. So this Lyon game is a biggie. I'm not saying it's the biggest game of the season. I'd say that it's at Old Trafford. But for the time being, this game is still a very, very big game in the context of Manchester United as a whole. So just like that then, let's get straight underway and let's talk about the game in full. So here we are then in the Groupama Stadium now for this one between Olympique Lyon and Manchester United. And this is the first leg of this quarter-final tie. And well, what can I say? I've got a bit more confidence with this one than I did against Real Sociedad. I thought Sociedad would have been the game where they would have given us a bit of problems, but it wasn't at all. Manchester United dominated Real Sociedad from minute 1 to minute 180. And you could see the way how we played. We played really well in San Sebastian. Obviously, we were unlucky to get a draw. Played really well at Old Trafford, beaten by 4-1. So the confidence there is there in this Europa League. I was more nervous for that one than I am for this one. This game, don't get me wrong, I am still a bit nervous because obviously it is a European game, but I don't feel as I did before. Because with Olympique Lyon, I know they are a very good team, but there are weaknesses. The weaknesses in a lot of sides, but there are weaknesses. And, well, what can I say? The forward line is deadly, with the likes of Ryan Cherky, Georgis Mkotadze, Alexandre Lacazette. Them three are very attacking, and they are the good front three to have in this UEFA Europa League. But the defence, I don't think's really that great. I don't think in the 4-0 win, the likes of Clinton Mata and Moussa Nikate, they're okay, but they're not great. I mean, Clinton Mata is okay. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is another one that does play for Olympique Lyon. He is a good player too. But, yeah, I think Manchester United can get the better of the defence because our defence has improved massively. That's all I'm going to say. Our defence has improved massively under Ruben Amorim. We seem a bit more secure. And in the past two games we played, Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, we looked secure. We looked more secure. And that is a good thing to have. Obviously, we're trying to defend that Olympique Lyon attack. So this game will be a very interesting game at the Groupama Arena. Do not get me wrong. I can expect the atmosphere to be very, very lively at the south of France. They have a good atmosphere in Olympique Lyon home fans, so I'm getting ready for it to be in an absolutely momentous occasion here in this ground. Because for Lyon, a place in the semi-final of the UEFA Europa League is at grabs, and that is exactly what both sides will want. So, as per usual, it is fact file time, and it is fact file time for Olympique Lyon, so that you can get a better understanding on the side that we will be facing. So, the country, they are from France, Olympique Lyon, as you can obviously tell with the name. The honours list, they have won 7 Ligue 1, and they actually, fun fact, they've won every Ligue 1 back-to-back between 2001 and 2008. They won 7 Ligue 1s during that time. And you think PSG's dominance is bad. So, yeah, that just shows really that they were dominant around that era. And they had the likes of Hakim Ben Arfa, Karim Benzema, younger Karim Benzema, Alexandre Lacazette starting to get his youth at Lyon by then. He's now playing for Lyon now as we speak. So, yeah, there's a little bit of, well, the academy growth. Olympique Lyonnais, we do know, had a fantastic academy during that time. They've won 5 Coupe de France, most recently in 2011-2012 was the last time they won it, and they've also won 7 Trophées des Champions, which is basically the equivalent of the Spanish Super Cup, the Community Shield, the FBA Super Cup. It's basically just like the Super Cup. The winner of the league versus the winner of the cup. So the nickname, they are named Les Jeunes, which is the kids in their local language. So it is a dialect of French, more or less. It's like, let's say a bit like Geordie with Howie. Not many people say it, but that means come on. Les Jeunes is like it's the kids, but in their own dialect of French. How they got there, they did finish 6th in the UEFA Europa League phase, and they defeated FC Steaua Bucharest 7-1 on aggregate. So they were dominant. They were pretty dominant in that game. The manager is Paulo Fonseca. He did formerly used to manage AS Roma and AC Milan most recently until he got sacked in December. He beat Real Madrid 3-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu, so Fonseca knows what he is doing. He knows what his plan is for Lyon. And even though for Ligue 1 he hasn't been there due to, he did get suspension, he got suspension of 9 months for physically confronting a referee. They were head to head. He's still coaching the Europa League, so he will be on the touchline for this game against Manchester United. The best players, well, again, between Ryan Cherki or Georgi Mikotadze, potentially Thiago Almeida could add to the list, but I had to go for Ryan Cherki. Had to. 10 goals and assists in the UEFA Europa League, plus 16 in Ligue 1 in the 2024-25 season. That's a lot. That is a hell of a lot. To think that this is this season too, that is a lot. And he's influential in the play. You can see when Lyon are attacking, Ryan Cherki's the player that they're trying to get to by order to get the goals. He is influential. He's a good player, Ryan Cherki. A lot of top teams are after him, and no wonder why. And last for all, the stadium is the Groupama Stadium, which is a brand new stadium. I believe it was built for the 2016 Euros that was held in France. So that shows it was a pretty new stadium. And it does have a capacity of 59,186. So it is one of the biggest stadiums in this list. So there you go. That is the fact file for today's opponents, Olympique Lyonnais. Before the game, there was a little bit of beef, a little bit of argy-bargy between Andre Onana and Nemanja Matic. Long story short, Andre Onana stated to the press that Olympique Lyonnais are rubbish, basically, and saying that Manchester United are a better team than Olympique Lyonnais and we will beat Olympique Lyonnais. Very strong words coming from Andre Onana. And then Nemanja Matic, former Manchester United midfielder under Jose Mourinho, stated in his press conference on Wednesday that he is the worst goalkeeper in Manchester United history, inclining to in recent years. Statistically, he has been the worst Manchester United goalkeeper compared to the likes of David De Gea, Edwin van der Sar and Peter Schmeichel. So them examples link to, well, a comment that Nemanja Matic has said. And then Andre Onana, I believe he might have either said this on the same day, he might have either said this on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not too sure. But I do know he said, I lifted a trophy, some can't say the same, inclining his success when he won the Eredivisie with Ajax, the league with Inter Milan, and the FA Cup with Manchester United. So altogether, this just brews and this makes it better for the atmosphere for this game. Obviously, Nemanja Matic, like I said before, former Manchester United player under Jose Mourinho, he knows what Manchester United is all about. So him saying these words about a current Manchester United goalkeeper is very, very interesting. Which side are you on? Have we actually improved? That's the main question that I think a lot of Manchester United fans will be thinking. Has Ruben Amorim improved the squad in this time? I think the last 2 games we've played against Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, there has been an upward trajectory in how Manchester United have performed. Usually Manchester United play bad. That is it. Usually Manchester United are the type of team that, well, struggle under the pressure and can't seem to deal with playing at Old Trafford. Now, we seem like we can. But there's one exception to that. We can't score. We cannot score. Højlund and Xerxes both aren't good enough. Xerxes is providing a better player than Rasmus of how he's able to be strong on the ball, how he's able to keep defenders off him type thing. He's very good at doing that, Xerxes, but well, trying to score a goal, good luck with that one. Same with Rasmus Højlund, good luck with that one. They can't score. And that is our only concern. Now, the 2 games which I've said, you know what, I think we've improved, we scored 0 goals, which is quite bad. I do think the upward trajectory, though, happened when we beat when we drew against Real Sociedad. I knew then, from that point, there's something starting to click. And it is. I feel like the system is starting to click with the players. The players know where they're supposed to play now. They know which position to be in. Bruno Fernandes is obviously the key man there. The key man who is, well, being the puppet on a string, trying to portray everything, trying to picture everything from it going to plan. So, we do know that Bruno Fernandes is the key player. And him being a captain helps the players out. Helps the players know their system out. And like you say, the likes of Lenny Yoro, the likes of Harry Maguire have improved massively under Amorim's system, which, well, is a defo upgrade from what we had under Erik ten Hag. So that is a bonus. So I think overall, it's slowly but steadily progression under Ruben Amorim. It's not big progression, but it's getting there. And that is all I'm important about. But this perfectly links to what my predicted lineup will be for the game against Olympique Lyonnais. So first of all, goalkeeper Andre Onana. Ruben Amorim stated in his latest press conference that Andre Onana will be my starting goalkeeper. So Onana will start. Then I'm going to have a defence of Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro, Nussia Mazraoui. Maguire came off after 60 minutes. People were saying he might have been injured. I knew he wouldn't have. I knew it's more like of a precautionary thing, because obviously we don't have Matthijs de Ligt. And it were, because I think Harry Maguire will be starting this. Harry Maguire or Aiden Heaven may potentially start, but I'm saying Harry Maguire will get the nod up rather than Aiden Heaven. Lenny Yoro, he has been a work in progress, but he's been a very good work in progress. There's more to see for Lenny Yoro, definitely. He has room to improve, and he's room to become a very, very good defender. But out of 12 games, he has not been dribbled once past him. That is definitely a bonus, and that is a good factor for what Lenny Yoro has. Then Nussia Mazraoui, he can play everywhere, can't he? He can play everywhere. He can play a winger, he can play a wing back, he can play defender, he can play centre back, he can play right back, he can play anywhere. He can play anywhere, Nussia Mazraoui. And a lot of Manchester United fans will be saying he deserves the Player of the Year. I would not argue that. I would not disagree with you if you think Nussia Mazraoui deserves the Player of the Year, because he came in and he's definitely made an impact on this team. He will be a player that will definitely be starting for Manchester United. He's already playing more minutes now for Manchester United than he did do when he played for Bayern Munich. So that is either like desperation or him enjoying his football, I'm not too sure. But either way, Nussia Mazraoui definitely starting. Then my midfield. Midfield, it links with Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Patrick Dorgu and Diogo Dalot. Dorgu and Dalot are both starting. Dalot, I'm not too sure. I know there's better wing-backs than Diogo Dalot, but he's the only optional wing-back that we can really play with at the moment. So Diogo Dalot will be there. Patrick Dorgu, he's okay. The problem is I think he's a little bit too predictable of how he plays. He runs on that inside and then he tries to cross. It usually goes to the first man. Tries to pass. It ends up being probably Garnacho or Højlund with a chance, and you know what they're going to do, not score. So that is a problem. But it's a problem that I'm sure Patrick Dorgu will get sorted. Then my attacking midfielders will be Alejandro Garnacho and finally Mason Mount. Finally Mason Mount. It's been time that I've said Mason Mount should be in my starting lineup. But yeah, I mean, his injury, bad injuries, he's back now though, so that is a positive. Let's hope he isn't injured until the end of the season, because if he is, then I think Mason Mount will be one of the first people in that transfer list, which I know he will not want to be on, but if he keeps getting injured, he will be. Alejandro Garnacho obviously then playing that role. Again, Garnacho, good player, brilliant player. Well, I wouldn't say he's brilliant, but he's okay. He's definitely okay. He's a threat. He was a threat against Manchester City. He wasn't so against Nottingham Forest, but against City, he was a definite threat. So the threat with him partnering with Mason Mount is okay. Then Joshua Zirkzee. It's a toss-up between Zirkzee and Højlund, isn't it? It's a toss-up. Højlund had his chance, he was terrible. Zirkzee had his chance against Forest, he was terrible. So, it's like, who do you play? Who do you play? I think because Lyon are quite a physical side, I'd prefer Joshua Zirkzee starting in this than Rasmus Højlund. If Amorim starts with Højlund, I'm not bothered, but all I know is we need to score desperately. Zirkzee or Højlund need to score desperately. So that is my MUFC lineup for the game against Olympique Lyonnais. Finally, what will be my ultimate prediction? So what will the score be then for this game? I don't actually know what I think the score will be. I think you never know with Manchester United. You never know nowadays. We could show up one game and do really bad the next game. We're just that type of team. I do have a feeling what this game will be, however, and I think it'll be a very interesting game. I'm gonna say it will be a draw. I don't think we'll come out of Lyon with a win, neither do they. So I'm gonna say it will be a very high scoring affair, and I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. I just think the capability of the game, it will be very nervy for both sides. I think the second leg at Old Trafford will be where everything opens up for either side. So that is why my prediction is going to be a 2-2 draw for this one. So just like that then, I will get going. I will be seeing you soon next week for the second leg of this game between Manchester United and Olympique Lyonnais. So just like that then, I will get going. See you soon. Stay safe. I'll be talking to you lot then in the next one. See ya and bye-bye.